Hello, everybody. It's Anthony Brogdon. It's your man. Check it out, everybody. I got my African garb on because I got some people out of Cameroon, Africa.
That's great.
Yes. And what happened is my man hit me up on Facebook. He a part of some American Facebook groups. And he hit me up, and so he said, "Hey, I want to do an interview." We got it together, and he's a smooth brother out of Africa.
I'm grateful.
Let me tell you something. He's the man out of that country, and so on and so forth. Good looking guy too. I'm gonna go fast only because of we're a long way away. Everybody hit the subscribe button on the channel, hit the like button on this video, because I keep coming up with some major folk to come on. Hit the notifications bell, tell somebody about Strong Inspirations. Come to my festival in Kansas City, Kansas, Memorial Day weekend 2022. Watch my movie, businessintheblack.net.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
On Amazon, read my book,
Black Business Book.
It's available on my website, businessintheblack.net. Now, you hear me use this term strong a lot. That's what that defines this young man right here that's on the channel. He's a strong soul brother out of the continent of Africa and the country of Cameroon. He's going to tell you a little bit more right quick. And hey, check it out. Strong stands for strength, tenacity, resilience, and a sense of oneness, nobility, and grace. For that's how, and that describes this young man. Watch out, everybody. I'm happy. I got a brother from the motherland on my channel.
That's good.
Out here. I'm serious. So come on, my man. Introduce yourself. Let's get it on.
Yeah. Okay. That's great on your part. So I'm very grateful of you. I would like to prove myself and to showcase of my intention of try to bring the black race, all the black race around the world together. Are you getting me? Yeah. So in fact, I have a vision to see how far we need to have a platform that has to do with our Africans that are over there. Cameroon was a melting pot when it comes to transatlantic slave trade. It is hidden. Africans from the bed of Biafra constitute 40% that reach the Virginia beach. So Cameroon was the main core. So you see, I'm trying to see how far we can tract and preserve in order to base on connectivities, and these are my struggle on the field. Okay. So in fact, when I saw your programs, and I was very grateful of you, and I was very impressed with your forward thinking. That's great, Mr. Anthony.
Thank you. Let me ask you a couple questions. Where is Cameroon in Africa?
Cameroon is situated in Central Africa. It is between Central and West Africa. Central and West Africa. It is the only country that has two borders. Central and West Africa.
Okay, what country is next to Cameroon?
That's great. We have in the northern part of Cameroon, we have Chad. And the eastern part of Cameroon, we have Congo, Brazzaville. And in the west part of Cameroon, we have Nigeria. And the south part of Cameroon, we have Gabon and Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
Gabon and Equatorial Guinea.
What city in Cameroon are you?
Pardon?
What city are you?
I'm in Douala. The capital, the economic capital.
What's the name of the capital?
Douala.
What European country took most of the slaves out of Cameroon and brought them to America?
That's great. During the 14th century, the Portuguese were the first to arrive on the coast of Cameroon, the Portuguese. So they had their trading station at the coastal base known as Ambas Bay and Bimbia. The Portuguese, they had their central trading station of slave at Sao Tome and Principe. So the Dutch took over from the Portuguese, led by Bernard Harrison. region, the Dutch. Now, the European countries that played the biggest parts in taking huge number of slaves to American were the British during the 16th, and the 16th, 17th, and the 19th century. The British took they established one of the biggest and the largest markets, slave market, known as Bimbia, on the coastal part of Cameroon. So these are the countries that took part in slavery in brief.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now, because you all are so central, they had to come way up inside Africa to get them, and then had a long way to go to the port, right? Where was the port that they took the slaves?
Yeah, the market, the port market that existed in Cameroon is known as Bimbia. So Bimbia served as slaves that were coming from the interior parts of Cameroon, and also neighboring countries around Cameroon, like Nigeria, the Bonu, people from Bonu, the eastern part of Nigeria, and also people from Bioko Island in Equatorial Guinea, and also the northeastern part of Gabon. So you see, Bimbia is a hidden treasure. In fact, it went as far as even in Chad, and as far as even in Central Africa. So it is something that is not well prescribed as far as transatlantic slave trade is known. So we are trying to raise an awareness, and to pinpoint this spot. Yeah.
Okay. Now, because you're on, where was the ship docked that took the slaves from Cameroon?
That's great. I'm grateful of you, and I'll try to paraphrase it to put it in such a way that you understand.
Right.
Of the ships that carry out embarkment of slaves on the coast of Cameroon. In fact, from 16th century, about nine ships took slaves from Cameroon from 16th century. 17th century, 59 ships took slaves from the Cameroon coast. Then let me put it again. 16th century, about I'm talking of 17th century. That was 95 ships, and 95 ships took slaves in Cameroon. Then in 18th century, about 59 ships took slaves from Cameroon. Now, when you want to totalize, these ships that took slaves in Cameroon that we have known, 166 ships took slaves in Cameroon. 166. That was between that period that I'm just saying. And these slaves, the embarkment points in Cameroon. We have what we there's a river in Cameroon where we know as River Wuri. 32 slave ships anchored there. River Wuri, and 32 slave ships anchored there at River Wuri. Now at Bimbia, where the market of the slave ship was about 50, if I'm not mistaken, 59. About 59 ships took slaves there. Then at Rio de Rey, there's a place in Cameroon also known as Rio de Rey, the eastern part of the Gulf of Guinea. So Gulf of Guinea, yes, about 15 ships took place then. Now, there's a report of another 110 ships that took slaves in Cameroon, but we are still carrying out research to trace those ships. I have some of the ships as chronology, some of the ships and their names and the spot where they took the slave and the spot where they took the slave from Cameroon to Grenada, Martinique, and Virginia.
Okay, let me ask you this one, if you don't mind this question. How did they get the slaves?
How did they get the slaves?
Yes.
That's great. Slaves were being taken from the interior part, as I said, from the interior part, and we have what we call the slave dealers that were dealing with slaves, and in partnership with some of our chiefs, that were the chiefs, and how can I put it? In those days, the middleman that was dealing with slaves. So they had to take the slave from the interior, and the slave dealers were the one going in the interior collect the slaves and take them to the coast. From the coast, now the chiefs are acting like as a middleman. So when they act as middleman, from there they go to the main port. From the main port now to America.
Okay. Okay. Did the one tribe capture another tribe and then sell those slaves?
That's great. Yeah, excellent. Now, the tribes that involves in slavery in Cameroon, we have the Ewondos, where Oprah Winfrey's recently DNA shows. Oprah Winfrey recently DNA, the Ewondos. We have the Bulus, we have the Batangas, we have the Bakosis, we have the Bamilekes. The Bamilekes represent about 60% of Cameroonian descendants in the Americans, the Bamilekes. And the Bamilekes are the largest ethnic groups in Cameroon. The largest ethnic group in Cameroon are the Bamilekes. So they represent 60% of the Cameroonian descendants there in America. And since Cameroon is Africa in miniature, you find the Bamilekes in Cameroon, you find the Bamilekes in Chad, you find the Bamilekes in Kenya, and these are in Sudan. So it is another itinerary. It's another itinerary that I will elaborate to you maybe in subsequent time.
Okay. So what tribe are you a part of? That's
great. I'm from a tribe known as Balinyonga in the northwestern part of Cameroon. Balinyonga had an empire, not as a vassal state, where all of these Bamilekes, some of them the Grassfi, were under the vassal state. So my empire, in fact, I'm of a two tribes. The main core is Balinyonga because my ancestor, in fact, it is I should not put this. I'm very, very sorry of this. They also had they have undergone slave business also. So I don't want to expose it. Yeah. My empire had it because they were very strong, powerful. So they dealt with slavery. So Balinyonga Empire, Balinyonga Kingdom, they are the northeast western part of Cameroon.
Okay. Do you believe that some of your ancestors were caught up and brought to America?
From my perspective, I told you that I can draw out the existence of the tribes that left Cameroon. My ancestor had a G with slavery. They took slaves. They sold slaves. And the tribes that were being taken as slaves, some of them we can record them. It is being recorded. It's being recorded. So in that area of trying to know about my ancestors in the Americas, I will just put it in such a way that I can identify and try to trace the tribes within the scopes of Cameroon that were being taken to America, and within the scope of Central Africa, and within the context of Africa dispersion, so I can put the overall of this Trans-African slave trade issue. Yeah, I hope you're getting me. Yeah.
Why didn't they take everybody? How did your family not get caught up? Your great grandfathers and what? How did they not get caught up and be brought and put in slavery?
Yeah, it's a very, very powerful question that you are putting. And, we are just a generation that we have grown up and we are interested with ethnographic push. So at the level of ancestral managerial input, as far as the slavery is concerned, I cannot go to the innermost thought of what my ancestor did. But what I am trying to do now is to track the kingdoms that were involved with slavery. In fact, to go toward that kingdom and to come out with a cultural heritage management approach that it will be suitable, and a cultural management approach that will be as something that will be we use them as an instrument to put them as a platform, then to reunite with our dispersed brothers and sisters that are being spread all over the world. So,
I love it. Okay, to talk about you, how did you get to be so smart to want to do this?
You're great. In fact, after my high school, I'm still a student of Heritage Project. I am reading Heritage Project. I got my inspiration from the Heritage Project. I am also good in religion, philosophy. So my ancestors, as I said, they kept the Germans. During colonial period, Cameroon was demarcated in the Berlin Conference. So the Germans took over Cameroon. And my kingdom is one of the kingdoms that kept the Germans in Cameroon. So King Galega I, my ancestor, had an oath with Dr. Eugene Zingraf, chief of German explorer in Cameroon.
Okay.
In that respect, Zingraf, in fact, under German domain, Bali Nyonga served as German headquarters of administration in the Western Grassfield, and Bali also served as German chancellery in the entire Cameroon. So these are lineage that have prompted my desire to come out with a heritage project that I can share. Well, in fact, I'm interested to share my know-how.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
In Cameroon?
In Cameroon.
Are you're a historian? Of
course, cultural heritage expert.
People in Cameroon?
No. After the First World War, British and the French took over Cameroon. They partitioned Cameroon. During the League of Nations, Cameroon was being partitioned. Britain took one part and the French took one part. As a result of this, the British drove away the Germans in Cameroon, because the Germans were the one that occupied Cameroon during the Berlin Conference. So the British had to send away the Germans. So they were all packed. In fact, they were shoved into the ship and took. They all ran away. But their gravestones, or where they were being buried in Cameroon, are under my care, because I have the list. I got the list from the German embassy. So okay. All the British, I got the list from the German, as I just explained to you. So the white people that you find, the Germans, you find them only in Namibia.
Okay.
Because
are there white people in Cameroon? There are no white people in Cameroon?
No. We do not. We do not have any white people in Cameroon. We have the experts.
Okay. Are all the black people dark complected, or are there light complected dark people in Cameroon?
Yeah, of course. Cameroon is Africa in miniature. Cameroon got all races in Africa. Cameroon got all tribes in Africa. Cameroon is the center of Africa and center of the world. Why am I saying center of the world? Latitude, you go to latitude 2.5 north of the equator. It's Cameroon that is at the center there. So there are elements, there are proofs that that's why you see they want to build the Black Americans. They are about to build a monument, something like a monument, the mother of the world. They will try to raise the monument here in Cameroon. They are the coastal part of Caribbean. Okay. So Cameroon got all the races, all the tribes. That's why all the tribes that took part in the transatlantic slave trade that I just mentioned.
Yes.
From Cameroon to Gabon, I can in fact come out with a report of all this ethnicities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there how did Cameroon get their independence from the European countries?
That's great. You're excellent. Now, after the First World War, Britain and France took over Cameroon. So Britain took part of Cameroon and annexed it. So Cameroon was being divided into two under a different circumstances. Now, Britain took one part, the French took one part. That is why today we are having two languages, English and French. So okay. Britain was on the other part ruling and took it as part of Nigeria. So in 1955, political parties erupted in the southern part of Cameroon. So they erupted. They had to leave Nigeria back to Cameroon. So in fact, British Cameroon got its independence on October 1951. Then the French Cameroon got an independence 1960. That was in 1960. So reunification, now the reunification took place in 1972. That's when the two countries had to come back again as one, because first of all, during First World War, they were divided into two. So they came back as one in 1972 to become as one republic. So I'm just paraphrasing this to you. Yeah,
I love it. Who is his historical national leader out of Cameroon?
That's great. On the side of the French side, we got a strong leader like known as Umyobe. This is somebody that fought for the French resistances. Then on the side of the Cameroon, southern side of Cameroon, under the British, we got somebody like John Gufoncha. This is somebody that John Gufoncha and Muna. Yes, Muna, SNT Muna. These are people that fought for the southern Cameroon part on the other side of the English side. So these are people that fought on the other side of the English side, the Muna and John Gufoncha. So they fought for independence. They took the independence from the British, and then they unite us back with the French. So Umyobe, the nationalist on the French side, he was the one that fought for the French Cameroon, and he also had an intention to unite the entire Cameroon. That's what he spoke to the United Nations in the 60s. Yeah.
Is Cameroon a beautiful country?
Cameroon is Africa in miniature. Cameroon got all its size, topography, inhabitants, its folklore and fauna, as its minerals, as shows that they form the genuine synthesis of that of the entire African continent. So Cameroon itself is all the 54 countries that forms Cameroon. Cameroon got about more than 400 minerals, rare minerals like cobalt, the future minerals on earth. Cameroon is the second largest country in terms of forest after Congo, because Cameroon is based on Congo Basin. So Cameroon got all, in fact, Cameroon got the huge amount of birds than Europe. About 1,000 different species of birds you found in Cameroon. So it is a country with enormous potential. And when it comes to cultural heritage approach, Cameroon, as I said, it got all races in Africa. If you want to get the Bantu, the Fulanis, in fact, all the single tribes that I've managed to describe to you, you find them in Cameroon. You find in other parts of, you probably find in other parts of in Africa. So this is how Cameroon looks like. Yeah.
Is there a president of Cameroon? Do y'all call him president? What do y'all call him? Prime minister or what?
Yeah, good. Cameroon is ruled by president. It's ruled by president, and it's ruled by president and a prime minister, and with other various ministers. And the institution that are in Cameroon, we have Senate, we have Assembly, we have the Assembly, and we have the judiciary system also. The judiciary system. So this is how Cameroon is being ruled. Yeah. Is
there one president that everybody just loved the most?
You're right. You know, the tendency of being in power for long is not appreciable by others. The tendency. So what I'll put in is that President Paul Biya of Cameroon has been in power for over 40 years.
Oh, really?
So maybe 40. Yeah. So it is a taboo in some Cameroonians. It's not welcoming. So, but the problem with Paul Biya is this: others claim to be with him, and others do not claim to be with him. So the problem now is this: we are confronted with two problems in Cameroon, and the area of nationalism and the area of westernization. So Paul Biya, he has managed to put the gap of westernization. In fact, there are areas that he has improved. So when the crowd of Cameroon is being divided into two or three, if you want me to put it like this. So there are those of his opinion, because he has put away, in fact, he's trying to stop westernization in our system. When I talk of westernization, I mean that imperialism, not to invade us. You know, Cameroon is a country that all its minerals is still intact. So it is not controlled or managed by the Western world. So he's trying to put in such a way that the Africans themselves will meet up. But the problem now with some is that they want him to quit because as a result of durability, it has been there for long. So these are the aspects that we are trying to look at Cameroon's political situation.
Okay. Yeah. There are upper class of Cameroon, middle class, lower class. I mean, in terms of income, is that and there are rich neighborhoods in Cameroon, that kind of thing?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When it comes to per capita income, of course, in Cameroon, the issue of corruption is widespread. Government officials, they have embezzled a lot, and it is affecting the masses. And we have some the number of classes of people that are in fact are undergoing huge suffering in Cameroon. And but the overall is that our natural resources is not hijacked by the powers from outside, meaning that people have access to farms, people have access to others other minerals. I'm not talking of raw minerals, but I'm talking of crops that like cocoa, coffee, and so on and so forth. And they are still on untapped sector that is not well developed, like the tourism sector, the cultural sector, as I said.
Right.
The cultural sector that I'm trying to embark on, it is still untapped because it's a huge sector that is still abandoned here in Cameroon. Yeah.
If a person grew up in Cameroon and he came from a poor income, could he or she get a college education, start a business, and become successful? Or is it only for the people who already had it?
It is, yeah, that question is very tactical, very tactical. Of course, in fact, education in Cameroon, government is trying to put it in such a way that people can meet up, people can have access to education, because the private sector in Cameroon is doing their best to suit the educational sector, the private sector. So in Cameroon, despite the difficulty, education is driving, is going. In fact, we can say, because when you look in the entire sub-Saharan African country, Cameroon should be one of the key when it comes to education, because at the level of overseas, then the huge number of African well-educated class overseas, like in Germany, we got about 12,000 engineers, Cameroonian engineers in Germany. In France, we got about 9,000 medical doctors in France. In America, uncountable. In America, uncountable. Well practitioners then. And recently, Queen Elizabeth doctor is from Cameroon. The guards from Cameroon. It's known as Doshal from Cameroon. So when you go to NASA, you have somebody like Simo Kum, some expert. In fact, when it comes to educational, the strong sector, like the scientific sector, you find Cameroonian experts a lot there. So when it comes to education, people at the private sectors, they are doing their best in order for people to meet up with their studies. Yeah. I got you. So that's I can put in. Yeah.
When is there a national holiday in Cameroon?
We do have national holidays, like the Unification Day, 20 May 1972. That is a national holiday, 20 May 1972. We do have 11 February, the Youth Day, national holiday. We have also the Women's Day. It's been celebrated in Cameroon as national holiday. Several others, but the key ones, these are the key ones that I've just mentioned to you,
right,
Mr. Anthony.
Right. Yeah. Is there are there Black History museums?
Not yet. These are things I want to develop. Not yet. We don't have. There's no Black museum, no Black museum, no cultural center to track and to unite to come out with huge digital project like films, like documentaries, like in fact, like entertainment showcase and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of work to do. So we don't have any music. Yeah.
Two more questions. When you grew up, how did you learn Black history?
I'm happy that my mother, she's an educationalist, and she taught me a lot. And also, I am very, very enticed when it comes to heritage books. I have read enough heritage books. That's why I told you that I do manage the Jews migration, cultural history in Africa, right up to Asia, and the African heritage also from Cameroon and the part of the continent. In fact, I'm acquainted. So these are something that I grew into that. And I told you about my friend there at New York, Eric Festen. He's a Jewish. It's a New Jersey Jewish genealogy. He has a base there. Yeah, he's working with me because he's a documentation expert. So he's working with me he's acting to me as a very, very good advisor to put in place cultural structure. In fact, you saw some of our you saw some of our logo that I sent to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, one more question. Is there a question that I have not asked you?
Yeah. Pardon?
Is there a question that I have not asked you?
No. You have managed to answer. No.
Do you have a website?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I intend to build a cultural heritage management website that has to do with a collaborative platform in that is going to galvanize all what we are just from speaking now. Yeah, Mr. Anthony.
Okay. One more question. What type of clothes do you have on? What are you wearing?
What type of
clothes?
Clothes?
Yeah. What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Okay. Yes, I have put on something like a T-shirt that has to do with a logistic company in Cameroon, Chamas, a logistic company known as Chamas. So I'm just in front of my door.
Yeah.
With the you can see the Transatlantic slave trade project.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the files that has to do with transatlantic slave trade. Yeah. Everything that has to do from American history, everything. So I was going through in order to have a solid debate with you, so that you don't miss my track. Yeah.
Is that? Are you at home? Or are you in the office? Is that your home?
Yes, this is my home at Bonaberi, Douala, the town Bonaberi, outskirts of Douala, Bonaberi. From Bonaberi to Ecobank. There's a bank known as Ecobank just behind Ecobank. That's why I reside.
Yes. What's the weather like right now?
The weather good, excellent. Places are dark because we are just about 7 a.m. here now. So places are dark and places are a bit cold because Cameroon got all climates in Africa. We have the equatorial climate, we have the temperate climate, we have the second wettest place on earth in Cameroon, Bimbia, the second wettest place on earth at Dipuncha, the second after Indian. So there are a lot of climates. You find them in Africa or you find them in Cameroon. So we are in the equatorial zone now. So places are a bit cold. Yeah. But in the morning, places are hot.
Do y'all have big tall skyscrapers downtown in the main city?
we have downtown in Cameroon. Aqua is downtown. Bonanjo is downtown, and we have skyscrapers there. We have 5-star hotels, about 300 rooms. Yes, 300 rooms, 5 stars. You saw the African Nation Cup?
Yes.
You saw the African Nation Cup?
Yes.
That was excellent. Did you see the African Nation Cup?
Yes.
That was excellent.
Yes, yeah. Excellent. Yes, it was. What's the best time for somebody to visit Cameroon?
Excellent. I think this is one of the best time to visit Cameroon, from January, March, because rainy season is from August, September is a rainy season period that will not be suitable. But I think visiting Cameroon will be good in March, January, February, March, April, at May. These are the best period to visit Cameroon, May. Yeah.
Does it get to be 100 degrees there?
Yeah. It's almost, yeah.
Oh, okay, real nice. Well, hey, I thank you for coming on the channel, man. I know I'm jamming because of you.
I'm very happy, and I'll be grateful if you putting me on platform, because I have a lot to do, and I'm handicapped when it comes to collaborative platform to come out with a huge cultural heritage project. So I'll be happy for you to put me on the platform. I'm very happy of you. I'm grateful of you, and it is my wish to come across somebody like you. Yeah.
Thank you. Have you ever been to America?
Not yet. Not yet.
Do you go to Europe? Have you been to Europe?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was focusing in studying, maybe in subsequent time.
Yeah. Do you have family in the Caribbean or anything like that?
Studies, projects, we only would tell, but I know that Cameroon's roots are in Caribbean, Martinique, in fact, right up to Brazil.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you for coming on the channel. Man, you have warmed my heart. You know, today is the last day of Black History Month here.
Yeah.
This is the last day, and you are the right guest to come on today.
Thank you very much.
Any day.
I'm very grateful.
I want to stay in contact with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know how we do it through our Facebook. We're gonna stay in contact.
Thank you very much.
Anything that I can do to help you to get you some information, I want to do.
Thank you very much. And I also
I got a lady on the channel who does genealogy out of London, England.
Yeah, I saw her. I saw her from your Facebook. I saw her. I hope to connect me to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna connect you to her, and I'm gonna connect you to some people here in America that know Cameroon.
Okay, that's great.
And have them help you.
Thank you very much. And I would like you also to send a message to my partners, Eric Festen. I would like you to contact him also, Eric Festen.
Send me the email and all that.
Yeah, I'll send you the email and his WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll do it. Everybody's strong inspiration.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
This is a hit.
Our goal is to unite all the Blacks on earth. That's my goal. To unite all the Blacks in Jesus Christ's name. We should unite all the Blacks because we are all one. Our history started in Kemet, in Egypt, about 900,000 years back. So all of us, we are one. We started in Egypt. So all our genetic roots, I know them, right up to Americans, and Black are the center of all technology here on earth. Anything that has to do with Blacks, anything that has to do with Black is the Black that is first, not any other race. I got all the historical facts about the potential Blacks in America, or what they have invented. I got everything, and I'm close to that. And the genetics outcome of the Blacks that represent about 9 on earth than any other race, I got it. And the Blacks are the ones, those that civilized the Western world. And the Blacks are, in fact, we just need to put ourselves, it is not complex. I'm not talking of complex, but I'm talking of dignity, and I'm talking of unification. So we need to come up with a project and all our desire to come as one. So we should keep sentiment aside, ancestral sentiment aside, then we should focus now because we are the real children of Jesus Christ. So I wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Oh, my God. Thank you. And to you, I say, my brother, I want you to do this, and I say this with all sincerity. I want you to stay strong, stay safe, stay on your grind. I love what you're doing, that you are doing this and putting your time and effort with that super huge but attainable goal.
Thank you very much.
A little bit at a time.
Okay.
We're going to get this out. I want you, when you get the video, I want you to share it with your people too.
Okay, thank
everybody, you. Strong inspirations coming to you from Cameroon, Africa.
Cha.
Cha. Oh, yeah. How do you say goodbye?
Okay. In French or in my language? Bati Fombi. In my language. Bati Fombi. Good night. Au revoir. That's French. Au revoir.
Yes.
Au revoir.
Thank you.
Bonne nuit.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.